Once upon a time, people did not have to work in order to get something to eat. At that time, the sky was very near the earth. Whenever anyone was hungry, he just stretched up his hands, broke off a piece of the sky and ate it. The sky made more food. There was always enough to eat. But there was one rule: nobody must break off more than he could eat at a time. For some time, the people obeyed this rule. Then they became greedy. They started breaking off more food than they could eat. They broke off big pieces of food and threw away what they could not eat. A lot of food was wasted. The Sky King looked down, frowning. He said to the people,
"You must not be greedy. You must not break off more than you can eat. You can always have some more. You can have a second helping. Just break off a little piece at a time. You must not waste food."
But the people kept on breaking off more food than they could eat. They went on wasting food. One day, one of the people reached up to the sky to take some food. As he stretched up his hand, the sky moved up a little. He stretched a bit more and still his hand could not touch the sky. He stood on tiptoe, but he could still not touch the sky. "Hey, what is happening?" he shouted. The other people came running up. They saw what was happening. Some stood on top of tree stumps, but they still could not touch the sky. Some climbed rocks, others climbed trees, but the sky was always just out of their reach. The sky shot up and up and up and up and up, until it got where it is today. "What shall we do?" the people cried. "There will be no more food," they shouted. "We shall all die of hunger," they moaned. They went to call their chief. Their chief came and spoke to the Sky King. He said,
"Lord of the sky, why are you doing this to us? Why have you moved away? We cannot touch the sky. We cannot get our food. We are very hungry."
The Sky King opened his window and looked down. He told the chief,
"Your people have been disobedient. They are greedy people. I told them not to waste food, but they went on wasting it. Now you will all have to work before you can eat."
"Work?"
the chief said.
"We do not think we can work. We are not used to working."
The Sky King said,
"In that case, there will be no food for any of you."
"What shall we do?" the people cried. "There will be no more food," they shouted. "We shall all die of hunger," they moaned. They went to call their chief. Their chief came and spoke to the Sky King. He said, The chief looked up into the sky and cried, "Lord of the sky, Lord of the sky." The Sky King opened his window and asked angrily, "What is it this time?" The chief said, "Please, don't be angry with us. We are sorry we have been disobedient. We are sorry we have been greedy." The Sky King asked, "Are you ready to work now?" "Yes," the people shouted. Then the Sky King said, "Go to the fields and dig small holes in the ground." They came back to the Sky King and said, "We have dug the holes." The Sky King said,
"Tomorrow, I shall send you something to put in them."
The people went away. The next day, a great wind began to blow. It blew very hard. It whistled as it rushed through the trees. The trees bowed down their heads. They bent this way and that way. All the people were afraid. They stayed inside their houses.